Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy. My husband is Paul. We are so happy you have joined us today. We hope each and every one of you, if you were celebrating, had a beautiful Easter and a very blessed Passover season. And now we are in full-blown spring here in New York. The weather has warmed beautifully and we are really enjoying it. Before we begin, did you see this beautiful pink hydrangea behind me? My brother and sister-in-law and niece gave me this beautiful plant. Can't wait to put it in the garden. But what an Easter blessing that was from them. Today's video, we are going to share 17 things that you shouldn't be throwing away. Things that you can repurpose or reuse in another capacity or maybe in the same capacity. Please think before you throw these items out. It will not only save you money to repurpose the items we're going to show you, but it also keeps things out of the landfill. First tip we are going to share with you is those of you who have gotten beautiful Easter plants, maybe hyacinths, maybe tulips, don't throw them out when they stop blooming. Last year we made a whole video about buying those dying plants at our local Tractor Supply store. Let me just show you a glimpse. They were $1 a piece and we scapped up a bunch of them. I will link the video down below to show you exactly what Paul did with them so you can take your plants this year, whatever they are, whether they're tulips, hyacinths, and replant them so they bloom next spring. Would you like to see those plants today? Here's a glimpse of the bulbs we planted last autumn. As you can see, a little bit of time and effort with those faded blooms last spring produced beautiful flowers this spring. So don't throw those away. Now let's get to number 2. Here's another one. The mesh bags that oranges and onions come in. We keep them. I have my regular potatoes here. We have sweet potatoes here. We have more white potatoes here. Why do we use these to store potatoes? Because the air can circulate. It keeps them fresher longer, and we hang them. This is our pantry we're in. And we hang the bags on hangers so air gets all the way around them. Here's an extra one I haven't even used. They also make great scrubbies for your sink or the bathtub to get into those hard areas to clean. They're just great. Don't waste them, reuse them. This is our closet, and to keep it smelling fresh, remember those bags that I showed you we keep the potatoes in? Well, we keep a bag up here. I'm not sure what was in this, but again, it's that mesh bag. And what we did was we just bought a bar of soap. We broke it in half and it just hangs and it freshens the closet. It smells clean. It's wonderful. This just over time kind of just evaporates, but it has been going strong for a while. Just make sure you don't lean it against clothes or anything like that because it could stain. What a wonderful way to use up this mesh bag and an inexpensive bar of soap. Another thing we reuse and don't toss are Ziploc bags that did not hold raw meat. So let's say I had some extra cookies and I put them in a Ziploc bag, or we had some bread in a bag, or maybe some vegetables, whatever it is. Long as it wasn't raw meat, we will wash them out, we will air dry them, and then we stick them right here in the refrigerator. I also use them in the freezer, but as long as raw meat was not stored in Ziploc bags, wash them with hot soapy water, Let them air dry inside out. Always keep them in the refrigerator. It keeps them fresh. So just a great little hack. Don't throw those Ziploc bags out after only one use. Our grocery store no longer gives out plastic bags when you check out. We have to bring our own bags. It is a New York state law. You are allowed to get plastic bags when you buy vegetables. And that's what we do. What do we use these for? We use them for our bathroom garbage pails. And they work perfectly. They're not big or heavy enough for kitchen garbage bags. For the bathroom, they are perfect. This way you're not wasting them. Garbage bags are expensive. They are really expensive. Another way we use them is in the car when we travel. We always take one or two and use them as garbage bags in the car as well. And we also keep extra in the car for doggy bags, for Dixie Belle. There is a plethora of ways you can use these simple plastic vegetable bags. As you can see, we're showing you some really creative ideas on how to reuse what most people would throw in the garbage. Now, here's another one. This is a bag that sheets come in. It says Queen right on it. And what we use these bags for is traveling. They hold our health and beauty aids in them. They even come with a pocket on the inside, and I've got soap and lip balm there. These are wonderful to travel with. They zip. If you're headed to the beach, this is another great use for these. You could put your cell phone in here so it doesn't get sandy. Even put a pair of shoes in them and pack them right in the suitcase so your clothes don't get dirty with the shoes. And they come in all different sizes. One of the ones I have even has a handle, which is great. But don't throw these out. Think of ways to repurpose and keep the plastic out of the landfills. Now, here's another one. Loose buttons. I have my mother's button jar, and it is just filled with every color and every size of button. If we lose a button, you can best believe I can come here and find something that looks exactly or very similar to what we lost. And instead of just tossing that shirt out or those pants out, jackets, sweaters, whatever it is, when you lose a button and say, well, where am I going to find a button like that? Take those buttons off that sweater or shirt and put them in a jar or a little canister and hold on to them. It really is so easy to sew a button on. And I know today a lot of people think, why would I bother? I'll just buy a new shirt. Well, why would you buy a new shirt if you can keep the one you have looking beautiful by going to your button jar and finding exactly what you need? Now let's get back to some more tips. Another item we don't throw away is any kind of roast bones, whether they be chicken or pork. These are beef. This is actually beef bones left over from Christmas that I had in the freezer from our prime rib. Look at the stock this is making in my crock pot. I've just kept it going all day, covered. When you're done with the roast, just take those bones, put them in a bag, put them in the freezer. Do not throw those away. They will make a wonderful hearty stock. Here's the next bag of chicken bones, chicken carcass, chicken fat that I have in the freezer, and that's going to make stock. So make sure you don't throw those bones away. We are continuously saving and reusing plastic and glass containers. That broth we just made is in these 4 little containers. That's 1 cup of beef broth right in here. So we have 4 of those. And I do know what they are. That's why they're not labeled. Here is a deli container, and that has got chicken soup in it that we froze. When these food safe, make sure they're food safe plastic containers come into your home, do not throw them out. keep some of them, reuse them to freeze items and store items. The same goes with glass jars. We reuse these. If we use them for food, the only thing that goes in them is food. So be very careful about that. But these are old glass jars we have had forever. This has got white sugar. This has got turbinado sugar. We store flour in them. We store a lot of pastas and grains in them. It keeps the moisture out and it keeps them fresh longer. Isn't this beautiful? A sweet viewer made this for me a while ago, and we just love it. We keep it right on top of our sugar canister. Just a great little add in there. Kitchen scraps that we cannot reuse, like eggshells, spoiled produce, we do not discard. We put them right into our compost. We have 2 of these composters. We add this compost to our garden, to our container gardens, and it just helps our plants thrive and produce so much more than just regular soil. Another thing we never throw away are butter wrappers. I know that sounds funny, but what we do is when the stick of butter is done, I fold the wrappers, put them in the refrigerator, and we use them to grease pans. It's a wonderful way to grease whatever pan you need to, and then toss them afterwards. This is just a great way to reuse something most people toss in the garbage. Just make sure you keep them refrigerated. This is a tip that a lot of people use at Christmas time with Christmas cards, but I want you to use this hint all year around. We have some beautiful cards that come into the house, and this one's actually from Paul, and they come with these little add-ons on the front. And these are ones that I have taken off of other cards. As you can see, a little peacock and a congratulations, and they have little sticky things on the back. A lot of cards nowadays come with them. Peel them off before you throw the card away and reuse them. Put them on top of a gift. Make another card out of them. Get a pretty piece of stock paper or construction paper even. Add these and it will just be lovely and it will save you money. Also, a lot of times the front and the inside of a card are not written on. The saying is beautiful. It's got little gems on it. So what I would do is just cut the written part off. I would punch a hole right here, put my greeting, and then I would tie a ribbon to it and put it on top of a package or on a gift bag that I'm giving someone. Reuse these beautiful greeting cards that people have probably spent, yikes, good money on. Another item you don't want to toss are envelopes that come in the mail. Some of these are reply envelopes. We pay most of our bills online, but we still get paper copies on some of them. I always pull these envelopes out. They are great for scratch paper. They are great for shopping lists, whatever you need to doodle, play tic-tac-toe. Don't waste paper. So often people will open the mail and just toss these away. Hang on to them. Put your shopping list on them if nothing else. Let us share some more. This is a fun one. Brother Sam, when he comes to our house, always brings some kind of store-bought cupcakes or cake, and they always come with these adorable little rings. I guess you're supposed to wear them. I'm not sure. But what I do is instead of just throwing them out, I keep them. They say Happy Valentine's. These are just cute little spring ones. We have turkey ones. These are from the Super Bowl, and they're all rings, and they come on top of cakes and cupcakes. So what I do is I just wash them, put them away, and I decorate with them for the following year. I reuse these over and over, and they're really adorable. They were free, and they just brighten up a cupcake or a small cake. Another item you do not want to throw away are old washcloths, dishcloths, ripped tablecloths, things that are stained. These make wonderful rags. Instead of buying wiping rags or using paper towels, use these to clean. What we would do is take something like this, cut it in fours, maybe clean the bathroom with it. Paul uses them out in the garage, as you can see, for different projects. So it is a great way to repurpose and reuse these. Old jeans, old t-shirts. What works best is definitely a cotton type material because they do absorb better than like a nylon or something like that. But if it's got any kind of absorbency to it, definitely cut them up, use them to clean, use them to wipe up spills. Don't throw them away. Save yourself some money. We never throw away coffee cans. What do? We fill them with grease that we cannot use. Let's say we are browning ground beef and there's a lot of fat in there that we just wouldn't use for anything. You don't ever want to pour grease down the drain. We keep this under our sink, and when this gets full, we just toss it away and we start a new one. Only do this if the coffee can is metal. And now for our last hint, we're going to get into the kitchen real quick. And we're going to show you something that we really try not to throw out. The recipe we're going to show you is not particularly heart healthy, so I'm going to preface with that. It is delicious, and for a special occasion, totally worth it. It is absolutely scrumptious. So let's turn the camera around and get into the kitchen and see what we should not be throwing away. We want to share a dressing recipe with you. Warm honey bacon vinaigrette dressing. So creamy, so delicious. The trick with this recipe, though, is you want to make the dressing right before you're going to serve it. It doesn't keep especially well. So make a fresh batch when you're ready to make that salad. And one of the ingredients that you never throw away, this goes on our list, is bacon grease. We call that liquid gold, and we're going to show you how to use it. So I've got 2 pieces of bacon here that we're going to fry up crisp. We're going to need a little bit of honey, some apple cider vinegar, peppercorns, grinded Dijon mustard, and the recipe does call for shallots. I don't have shallots. We're just going to chop up super fine a little bit of a red onion. And that's all you need. So I'm going to start by frying up this bacon. So we cooked the bacon until crispy. I took it out, and now we have the bacon grease left in the pan. We're just using what we have in the pan. We're not using any extra because this is just for 2 people. So I'm going to add that red onion. I turned the heat off. My pan is still super hot, but I turned the heat off, and I'm just gently sauteing these with the heat turned off, just till they're translucent, which will not take long because they're cut so tiny. And this is the red onion. The heat is still turned off. The pan is still super hot. So I am going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, just a little bit of Dijon mustard. I'm going to just give this a whisk real quick. We're going to put about 1 teaspoon of honey. Whisk this all together. Now what I'm going to do now, the pan has cooled off. I'm just going to put it on low. And now some black pepper. Good mix. Looks creamy. Looks like it came together beautifully. Just going to let this all cook for just about a minute. I did give it a quick taste, and it did need a little bit more honey. It was a little heavy on the vinegar. We're going to let it cool just a little bit because we don't want to put it on this hot because it will completely wilt the salad. But I'm turning this off, and make sure you remove it from the heat now and let it cool. This is our warm weather dinner tonight. It was in the 70s today, which is just glorious here in New York. Look at this beautiful salad. We've got cucumbers, we've got arugula, we've got romaine, we've got celery, and we have got rainbow carrots under there. Can you see that? Look at those beautiful purple carrots. I cooked up 2 hard-cooked eggs. We have the crumbled bacon, some beautiful tomatoes, and then we have some shredded cheese. What was this?
Colby Jack.
Beautiful. And then some extra onions. So I'm going to take a nice scoop of this, and we're going to put on some egg, tomato. I'm going to sprinkle on a little bit of cheese, some bacon. And you wanted extra onion, Paul?
Yeah, a little onion sounds good. Perfect.
This has cooled beautifully. And if you feel like you don't have enough oil from the bacon, you can add a little bit of olive oil, vegetable oil, whatever you want. And now, we're just going to drizzle this. And at this point, it is just warm. How beautiful do these salads look? Super frugal, easy, delicious. Was that dressing Paul approved?
That dressing was absolutely Paul approved. It was delicious.
What did you like about it?
Just the hot sweetness, warm on the cold salad, and the sweetness to it. It worked. It worked. Definitely something you could have at a barbecue or at a party.
I think he's right. Most people would really enjoy this. And we got the idea, actually, from a restaurant when we go down to South Carolina. It's called the Boundary House. It's in Calabash, I believe. Is that where it is?
North Carolina.
I'm sorry, Calabash, North Carolina. And they serve this salad. The dressing tasted exactly like that, only they serve it with a warm, buttery croissant. So you can imagine how that just takes it over the edge. But I always tell you, recreate your favorite meals at home. So much cheaper. You know exactly what's going into it, and they're always yummy. So we really hope you enjoyed this video. Today's question of the day: leave down below something you repurpose on a regular basis. How you reuse it, what you reuse it for, how it works for you. Share it with us, because it will not only encourage us, but our viewers as well. And we thank you so much for that. Our videos the next couple of weeks may be a little sporadic. We have to head down to the little house in South Carolina again, because those of you who follow along know that we found some soft spots in our floor and we have to get the floors done. We will take you along on that journey and show you everything we need to show you, and it'll be interesting to say the least. A little nervous, but it really has to get done. That property is an investment. It was given to us, and we want to maintain it and care for it to the best of our ability. So the videos may be a little sporadic for the next couple of weeks, but you know I always check in. If you are not getting alerts for our videos, please go to our homepage on YouTube and click that little bell. Click it and hold it and go to all. And every time we make a video, you will be notified. So we thank you so much again for sharing this time. Please give this video a big thumbs up. It helps us so much here on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't. Come on and be part of our frugal family. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God greatly bless you.